At report card time, Students Achieve will suggest the final course grade based on a mode calculation. Now, mode is simply a calculation of the most consistent summative mark. So, for example, right here you can see we have all of the summative tasks, and again, only summative tasks are recorded as part of the, or are used to generate the final report card. These are all the summative tasks for a particular student in General Outcome 1. So for this student, on Assignment 1 they scored Proficient, Assignment 2 they scored Proficient, again in the area of Outcome 1. Assignment 3 Acceptable, Assignment 4 Proficient, Assignment 5 Mastery, and Assignment 6 Mastery. So now when we count how the student's doing in this, you can see that student has only one acceptable, but has 1, 2, 3 proficients, and has 2 masteries. As a result, the mode, or the most consistent summative mark, would be Proficient. And if all of these tasks were weighted the same, or scaled the same when created, all of these tasks would count as 1, and therefore Proficient would be the mark that went on the final report card. However, when this was built, those were not all set as a scale of 1. In fact, Assignment 1 was given a scale of 1, Assignment 2 a scale of 2, Assignment 3 a scale of 2, Assignment 4 a scale of 2, Assignment 5 a scale of 3, and Assignment 6 a scale of 3. Now, to Students Achieve, those are multipliers. So 1 Proficient means that it's going to record 1 Proficient. For Assignment 2, we have a scale of 2 for Proficient, which means we're going to record 2 Proficients. For Assignment 3, there's 2 acceptables, so it will record 2 acceptables. Assignment 4, there's 2 proficients, so it'll record 2 proficients. Assignment 3 is Mastery. It's got a scale of 3, so there's 3 masteries that's going to be replaced by. And Assignment 6 is Mastery, and again with a scale of 3, leaving 3 masteries. Now when we go to count the mode, we actually have to consider that there's multiples of each individual score. So for example, there are still 1, 2 acceptables. However, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 proficients, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masteries. And so in this situation, the most common score, or the most consistent summative mark, would actually go into the computer as Mastery, and that would be the score that was suggested to you. Now this is fairly straightforward, so long as there are only or is only one mode. There is only one winner, if you like, in terms of what's the most frequent. However, there are situations that can occur where this is not the case. So for example, you can imagine a scenario where there were 6 proficients and 6 masteries. Now when you go to evaluate the Students Achieve will actually mark this for you by coloring the response red. But what it will suggest for the final mark is what we call a mode average. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to take a look and see if these two scores are right next to each other on the rubric. So the rubric has a beginning, acceptable, proficient, and mastery. Proficient and mastery being directly beside each other. And so as long as those two scores are beside each other, proficient right next to mastery, it will simply take the highest. In this case, mastery would be recorded. If, however, the situation looked like this, where we have 6 acceptables and 6 masteries, then because acceptable is more than 1 beyond mastery, it's going to take the highest of the ones in the middle. So the highest between acceptable and mastery is proficient. And so proficient would be recorded on the report card.